Kick it off, Steve. Get that shit blinking. There you go.
Hello, and welcome to the League of Ordinary Jabronis podcast. Week 14
Week
is in
14.
the books, and week 15 is on the horizon. This is episode 15, and playoffs are upon us. And given that we don't have any playoff predictions to go over, let's just get right into the matchups.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah!
We'll start with the Brainrot Bowl.
Brainrot
We
Bowl? Oh
affectionately call
boy.
it. This is the first half of it.
Yeah.
Yep, Matt and
For,
Kelsey.
Kelsey did have a chance right here if she had scored higher to take the 6th seed from Joe, which congratulations again, by the way.
Yeah,
to Joe for
we're
snagging
doing
that.
it again. We've run
Doing it
back.
again. Exactly. Back to the year one formula of sneaking in on the 6th seed and then hopefully dominating the playoffs. So
Yeah, well,
but-
Marv, this is a good transition into like just something about Kelsey's team, which is the 101s on her team have been underwhelming. Like
completely.
Genty for obvious reasons, Graves are dumpster fire. Marv is
Yep.
hurt, and like I don't know. It was like week 4, and Al Michaels said something that actually like made sense for once, which was Kyler Murray throws to wide receivers at the lowest rate in the league, which is a problem for Marv.
Yes.
To be productive, just in
Yes.
general, and so, I mean, that is a huge crux of her problem. But on the good side, Kamani Vidal, like
Big time. Yeah. Vidal was a 5th round pick for her, right? Like a really late pick.
Third.
Who really a 3rd rounder? Oh, well.
Yep.
I thought that he went later, but
I think so.
well, he went later
totally
in the real
emerged.
draft.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally emerged as a fantasy asset for Kelsey here in a really big way.
I mean, it was opportunity.
Even with the return of Omarion Hampton, is he back on IR? What the fuck happened there?
No, I don't know why that says that.
Yeah, no, he's
That's an
not.
error. That's just
Yeah,
an error.
that's-
I mean, this
Sleeper
is desktop
browser
mode,
error.
so you know.
Yeah, there's always going to be issues on the desktop mode for sure. But yeah, I mean, like that was maybe one of the most interesting things about this particular matchup is how the points distribution was going to fall between Hampton and Vidal and where those touches were going to be.
It's pretty much
And,
50-50. I mean,
It's an even split, yeah.
Chargers' formula for success has been just run the ball. Like,
Right,
When they can.
right. When they can. And that's
I mean,
that's the Harbaugh approach.
It's just Greg Roman's style. Just
That too.
if he can
for
run the
sure.
ball 50 times a game, he will.
And the other thing too is like Hampton's coming off of IR. Most coaches
Right.
don't just throw people back into like
Yeah,
super heavy
exactly.
workload the week 1. So
You don't get the full bore.
I mean,
Especially
come on,
if
you
they
Vidal.
want to make playoffs. If they make
Yeah.
playoffs, they
Yes.
don't want to rush Omarion Hampton back.
Yeah.
Also, I
Yes.
hated the pronunciation on the broadcast of his name.
Is it Vidal or Vidal?
No, they called him Omarion.
Okay, different player.
Like over and over. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Omarion, huh?
Yeah,
I mean, I
That
guess
was a-
it's a little tomatoey, but it's not necessarily like that far off. But
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll see what
Either way.
happens in the next week with Vidal just being like, I mean, Harbaugh said like he's earned his snaps, so Hampton's gonna have to like go up
Earn
to
'em back.
get more run.
he
Mhm.
flashed last
Yeah.
year, and he got the opportunity this year. Things just kind of
Yeah.
fell
right.
his way with Najee Harris blowing up his eye and then tearing his Achilles. And
Hampton
then-
getting hurt.
And then
Yep.
the third string running back also got injured.
Um,
I forget his name, but you picked him up, Joe, and then immediately
Yeah, I dropped him like the next week. But
Yeah,
I forget his name.
Forget his name, but yeah, they were on
He
their
got hurt like this first play of that game too, and then
Right.
Hampton had the high ankle sprain, so it all kind of fell for him. Yeah.
yeah, didn't go well.
But yeah, he's it'd be interesting to see what the Chargers end up doing at the running back position. They draft a guy and then he's the backup to Marion Hampton, or do they just keep rolling out Kamani Vidal because he's kind of secured his role? He's proven effective. It's not like he's been playing against nobodies. You know,
Yeah.
No, clearly he's shown he can
that's the
do
Eagles.
work
He's an
against
NFL
the
player,
starting
for sure.
defense. Like,
Mhm.
that's huge.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday's game is not indicative of any like great going forward because basically what we watched yesterday is like what happens when neither offensive lines are missing like their best player. And in the case of both the Chargers and the Eagles, their best player on the team as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
that game could have been more exciting for sure, but
Matt ended up winning this one,
Yeah, congrats.
as he tends to do. Blake Corum just went off, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, when
Super.
Kyren
Like if you
is
look at the
out,
stat line, it's 12 carries. I mean, that's like unbelievably efficient.
it's so good. I mean, he's averaging, what is it going to be, like 10 and a quarter per carry?
10.8 per carry.
I hate
10.8.
Arizona. I hate Arizona. I hate the Bengals. I hate these teams that are just not serious. The Cardinals are not a serious football team. They're bad.
Not right now, at least.
They're horrible. They haven't been for a very, very long time.
I mean,
Jonathan Gannon has been a complete disaster over his tenure.
And they're not going to get rid of him.
They're going to get rid of Kyler for some reason.
Right.
Like it's not both of their faults.
That is
like
bad process, and theyey're going to have a bad result. Like, are they seriously going to? Are they going to roll into 2026 with Jacoby Brissett as their QB1? Seriously?
Yes.
That's your plan?
They will. Yes, they will.
And they will continue to be a joke.
Unless
terrible.
they do what Carolina did for Bryce Young and they trade up for Mendoza, who seems to have locked that up for now.
Because trading up for a quarterback has worked so well unlikely in recent history.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't trade up for Kyler, did they? They just
they had the 101, but they did trade up for Josh Rosen.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Right, because Josh Rosen failing is why they got Kyler.
Yeah, they give
Which
up.
Also seems like a problem. Like, I don't know, maybe try him for more than one season before you write him off as a complete bust. And maybe I've got a little bit of rose-colored pass goggles for Josh Rosen.
Nope.
Oh my God, no.
No, dude.
No.
They did the right thing. Not that it got any better, but they did the right thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Josh Rosen was the 9 mistakes before me guy. So the Cardinals traded up from 15th to 10th overall to pick Rosen, and they give up a 3rd and a 5th in addition to their first.
Everything that Skot likes that I hate is actually true in the case of Josh Rosen. Like, wasn't a leader, not a dog, not like just all the things that we like do not see eye to eye on like players is like actually true in this case, like 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Rosen sucks.
Yep.
Just garbage.
Well, that's consensus.
He's not in the league, so.
No, he's fully. I mean, he's not even in the CFL now, right? Like,
dude, he's going to fuck. He's like in school or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be coaching at this point.
Yeah. Is there any other players in this matchup other than Blake Corum for Matt? Like,
that really need to be talked about? I don't think so.
CeeDee Lamb got a concussion. It's not good.
Yeah, that was rough.
Hate to see that.
Sherwood had a good game, but it's mostly on a tackle floor.
Matt's in the toilet bowl. Like,
yeah,
I don't got much to say about that.
There's not a whole lot that needs to be said.
As is Kelsey.
Here.
She has been
other than to say that Matt has the 4th pick and Kelsey has the 6th, and that is determined.
Sandwiched in between Trevor.
Yes, exactly. Or
does
Trevor
Max
sandwiched
PF
in between.
end today, or does it go through the everything?
It ends at the end of the regular season.
Okay,
so
draft orders
Max PF is locked. Yes. Yeah, exactly. At least for the non-playoff teams.
No, we know. It stops now. It stops.
Oh, you're right. It's done. Yeah, it's done.
Okay, so draft order's locked in.
Wait. But draft order is locked only for the non-playoff teams, right?
That's correct. But we don't see.
Yeah.
Like Max PF isn't factored into the draft position for the playoff teams, which is something I would like to address in the off season. I'll bring it up later, but I'm interested.
That's a worthwhile conversation to have. Whether
I'm
or not
interested
we
in
want to
bringing
do
in
whole league
my
by max PF.
Well, no. I'm interested in bringing in my redraft rule for the playoff teams.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
because
explain
this
that
is what
because I
happens.
don't.
So this is what happens now. If you let's say you're playing in the third, fourth place match, right?
Mhm.
If you lose, there's still another week. You know, it's like that week where you play in the third, fourth match.
Mhm.
Effectively, it means nothing. Like
Yeah, the
the
week
money,
after.
the tier for the way that we
You're
do the
already
prize
locked
payouts, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you win or lose because you make the same amount of money in terms of prize winnings.
I mean, it's the only consolation
finishing like winning that week actually materially hurts your team because it improves the draft position of your opponent. So what I think we should
that is a
do
problem.
is award draft picks to the winners of those brackets in the playoffs where they're effectively playing for nothing. Like you've lost, you're not in the playoffs, but you're playing in a consolation round to figure out who's fourth and who's third.
Like, or
but you
seventh
want
and
to
eighth
be,
or
but
whatever.
you want to lose that round.
Correct.
Because,
You instead should be incentivized to win. It's like as a playoff contender,
right?
If you are playing to lose, you're basically incentivized to lose instead of win, which makes no sense. So it's a nuance that I think that we should include to encourage people playing through the end so that you're at least playing for something if you lose in the playoffs. Otherwise, you're just incentivized to just bench your players or play really bad players on purpose and win and lose on purpose.
So then is and you know, maybe this is the moment because we're kind of done with Matt and Kelsey. So, you know, would you then want to try and implement the kind of pick choice rule that we have for redraft, or is it just a straight swap for the winner gets the better pick?
The winner gets the better pick, correct.
Instead, right. Just in that single situation.
Currently, we just do reverse order of standings for playoff teams. It's very simple,
correct.
But it has this slight loophole where you technically want to lose to help your team. Because there's no incentive monetary. Like we could fix it two ways. We could just keep it the way it is and award more money to the winner in those matches, which is fine. I'm cool with that as a solution. Alternatively, we could award the better draft position to the winner.
I personally would lean toward the better draft position because as much as the money is like cool and all that, it's not enough money for me to like long term.
It's not exactly a high stakes league.
Yeah, it's not. It's not the most incentivized.
If it was the difference,
we're talking about like $25 here, like
incentive.
Yeah, exactly. I think most folks would rather have.
If it was the difference
pick
between $150 and $300 in my pocket, yeah, I want to win.
Hell yeah, then that matters.
But if it's like $20,
we're not playing with those.
Yeah, if it's like $20 to $25, I don't give one shit.
Who cares?
A higher pick.
I'll give $20 for a worse pick. I don't care.
Yeah, for real, right? Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, no,
and
whatever.
I don't want to see a situation where people kind of skirt the rules by playing garbage rookies and stuff in these.
Yeah, we don't want a meaningless tankathon game here for someone who's already made it into the playoffs.
Exactly.
For the record, I would do that.
Yeah, I mean, and for the record, I wind up in that situation. I am emptying the taxi squad, and here we go.
And playing
as
funny
for this
players,
year.
it's exactly.
Yeah,
it's a broken
and we
part
don't
of the
want to see
format.
that.
It's a broken. It's a loophole in the rules. I think we should change it. It's really not a big deal to change it.
Yeah, I think that's good for the league.
I don't disagree either.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's good for league health.
Fair,
yeah.
So
if you're listening,
good
think about it. How you want to proceed. It's just something I've noticed in the rules. It's not nearly as egregious as the rules that we've had for the toilet bowl in the past. I think what we have for the toilet bowl is fine going forward. So,
we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. But we'll try it.
This is an approach that we're trying, and you know, I think that it, as always, there's going to be ups and downs with it this year. Like, it's a new thing. We're trying it out. Like, that's the key, you know. And but I do agree that should be addressed, and I think your fix is rather elegant to handle it.
Yep.
That also, just so that we get it into the off-season survey, the extra bench spot for the added linebacker, we should revote on that.
I agree. I agree.
That was a one person. That was a one person vote, and I think
it was a 1 vote difference.
I think we should do that again.
I think it's worthwhile to revisit
You're
that.
saying just add another bench spot. That was the vote.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
That issue should be I think that should just be considered again. I agree.
Yeah.
There's a couple things, but that's all off-season discussion.
I mean, like
We'll talk
the
about
bench.
that later.
We'll do that in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
but you
all
know,
right, let's talk about the other half, rather,
Yeah,
or 2/3 of the Brainrot Bowl.
Oh yes.
All right, lay it on, Joe. Let's get it out of your system.
Scott's team just is once again ass. He's not good.
This week I just wrote no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's the only note.
No.
It's just no.
It's the only note.
No.
Oh.
No.
You know, it got to the point where it was like, I mean, I think it was like halfway through the Seahawks game where Sam Darnold like didn't do anything because like it was 6-6, and it was like, oh, okay, this is done. And even after like coming back and putting up like a relatively acceptable stat line for a quarterback, like in general, like.
Oh no, my season was over.
By that time, the game it was already done.
Jameer Gibbs getting 3 touchdowns on Thursday ended my season because there's no way. Like I've scored 1 offensive touchdown for a player outside of my quarterback position in the last 2 weeks, so I'm not overcoming that kind of deficit when my players are playing in awful situations, every single one of them.
I mean, you can if you get ints, sacks, and stuff like that.
I don't get that either.
None of my players
either. I just don't do that.
My players don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I know.
After the Scottaboo injury, my season was over. I went back and looked at it.
I think that's fair. Yeah, line of demarcation.
Even like I tried to salvage my season by trading for Saquon, but there was too many holes. Like Saquon was fine. The issue was from then on, everyone had their best game of the year against me. I went from like 6th in points against to the most scored against team on the season.
Yep.
Corresponding additionally with a complete crater at all of my key positions. Like my quarterback, like Sam Darnold was really hot and cold. All my top 15, I have 4 top 15 wide receivers. All of them are outside the 30s every single week since then. It's basically the worst possible thing that could happen did happen, and
in my case, like
basically Joe beating me had like Joe didn't. This was just bound to happen after last week. It was just over. There's nothing.
I mean, my floor with like my running backs is James Cook gets 100 yards this year and gets me 10 points. That's his floor.
That's a phenomenal. That's a phenomenal performance by someone on my team.
Yeah,
that's phenomenal.
And then like Jameer Gibbs is Jameer Gibbs.
Pre-Hall game every day. Yeah, Gibbs is amazing.
And then because the Cardinals are the dumbest team in the league, Michael Wilson is a league winning player as long as Marvin Harrison doesn't play. That's where we're at.
So it's like Michael Wilson, like what happened to him is literally like the antithesis of what happens to every single one of my wide receivers, where it's like he's benefiting from like the ultimate dream scenario where there's no one else to throw the ball to. He becomes the pass funnel. His defense is literally tissue paper. So they're playing from behind. From the first quarter, they're down 2 scores the entire game. Jacoby wants a bag. So he's just going to be slinging it like crazy. And every game, since there's no one else to throw the ball to, it's just Michael Wilson.
I mean, it's Wilson and McBride, right?
They're the most,
McBride isn't fast enough to stretch the field.
You're going
to see,
Michael Wilson's been so dominant that he's literally eaten into Trey McBride's production.
Yeah, no, he has. He absolutely has.
Which is insane.
And the other thing about Trey McBride with the Cardinals is just like, everybody knows who's the better player. It's Trey McBride, and so he gets the coverage.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like,
not exactly a secret.
Beat us with someone else, and it's just like, oh, we got Michael Wilson. Just he's playing well. He's hot right now.
He's doing well enough.
Just do that. Yeah. Because this isn't going to continue. He's literally Megatron right now. This is prime Megatron numbers that he's putting up. He's not going to do that.
I mean, you're not going to get 36 points every fucking week.
But
it's
a cool story, and it's a cool thing, like for the league. You know,
it's good.
These
It's good for the league.
these random players popping up out of nowhere is what makes football fun. So, congrats.
Yeah. It's nice that my 5th round pick from the startup rookie draft is doing something.
Which I'm assuming you just had him on your taxi squad for 2 years.
No, I played him against you in the inaugural season once. And he outscored Hollywood Brown.
But you had him in the taxi squad last year, or did you just have him on your bench? I mean, it's not like he's been nothing. Like he's actually been producing here and there. Like he's showing.
Michael Wilson is a good player. It's just that the Cardinals are trash, and Kyler Murray doesn't throw to wide receivers. That's his story. I mean, I've had him on my bench. I had him in the taxi squad to begin the year because like I was going to cut him.
That's what I thought.
Because like he was the 4th option behind the running back Trey McBride and Marv, and it's like that's
and
not
also
a fantasy
who are you
player.
going to start over him going into the season, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's like roster construction wise, it's like I'm probably not going to start this guy, but then you had to because of injuries and all that other stuff.
And like, yeah, basically.
The other thing is that he seems to absolutely explode in divisional games as of late, right? Like he went absolutely nuts against San Francisco for 30. He went absolutely nuts against LA for almost 40. You know, and you do have a good performance with Jacksonville.
It's simpler than that.
There,
it's
you know,
it's Marv isn't on the field.
Yeah,
it's just like
that's true.
It's just so simple.
Yeah.
Like if Marv's playing, he's just another guy. If Marv's not playing, like
he's the number one.
This discourse about from like down bad Cardinals fans about how Michael Wilson's who we wanted Marvin Harrison Jr. to be. No. No.
That's ridiculous.
Kyler is very unhappy. He doesn't want to be a Cardinal. He's done. He's checked out. He needs a change of scenery. I don't think Kyler's done. I don't think he's cooked. But he's definitely
it's clear that the organization ever since that contract, like
Yeah.
the organization and him have been on have been on the outs. Yeah, I think Michael Wilson to actually be fantasy relevant ever again has to leave the Cardinals. Like basically the same thing as Kyler. Like it's I mean Jacoby Brissett's a great like pass funnel option, but that's not a real thing long term.
No.
That's the thing though, is that they're gonna
You're not winning a Super Bowl with Jacoby Brissett. You're not winning a playoff game with Jacoby Brissett.
Dude, you're not getting the playoffs with him. Like
Yeah.
You know, we
absolutely.
can expand the requirement. It's just like,
and the Cardinals being who they are will just sign him to a 5-year contract or something stupid, and he will be the QB1 for the Cardinals for the foreseeable future, and they won't be so bad that they'll get like a top 5 pick to replace him, but they'll be bad enough that they're constantly picking at like 11th every year,
which
until he's
isn't
gone.
going to be good
And
enough.
They'll be like
perennially irrelevant.
Yeah,
that's my prediction.
They'll be like the Falcons picking 8th, but it'll be at the 11th pick, so it'll be worse.
Yeah, and they'll just keep picking like talented skill position players that we're gonna just fawn over in fantasy football, and we're just gonna keep getting burned because the Cardinals suck over and over.
Yeah,
just like
and like
Marvin
they're
Harrison
like
Jr.
even Michael Wilson, like he was drafted in the 3rd round. Like his measurables are like, you know, insert X receiver here, you know, 6 foot plus, like over 210, and like good route runner, fast and NFL fast, like you know, and has done nothing for almost 3 years until like now, like it's the Cardinals.
Yeah.
In other news,
one thing I want to talk about, but not with Marvin Harrison. I just wanted to bring up Justin Jefferson and say, did either of you watch the Minnesota-Washington game?
Not closely. I'm so checked out of anything Vikings.
Fair.
I also don't like watching Washington because they're dog shit.
Yeah, I just didn't want to see Aaron Jones get hurt like Zach Ertz did, which didn't happen. But like that's always the fear is that like
I saw
in
a
meaningless game doing absolutely nothing, he's going to ruin his career because the Vikings suck.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Steve?
Oh no, I was just gonna ask, like, what the fuck happened to Justin Jefferson? If you watched it, like, where was he?
I mean, I know what
happened in that game. I mean, JJ McCarthy sucks, but I know that happened.
Justin Jefferson is running advanced, like, elite wide receiver routes that demand a lot of coverage, are very complex, and require time in the pocket. Stuff like Kevin O'Connell hasn't adjusted his playbook to accommodate for Justin Jefferson. He's adjusted his playbook to accommodate for his shit quarterback. And so the game plan has been Josh Oliver screens and dump offs, and that's why you see these like garbage players on the Vikings that realistically are never going to be covered by a Pro Bowler. They're just going to produce like crazy. Justin Jefferson, for the foreseeable future, is a race
exists as a smoke screen.
Correct.
Yeah.
He is an elite decoy.
That's a terrible
the dumbest
move.
thing that has happened in the last 2 years in football, like real football, is the idea of the sacrificial X, which I blame Matt Harmon for. And Justin Jefferson is doing the best job of that role, which is a complete waste of his career.
Complete waste. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, Matt Harmon, like, for introducing that, like, should be banned from NFL discourse.
I mean, he has
That's bad.
He's not the one telling him to like do this, but it's KOC.
And I mean, decoy.
Honestly. It comes down to the coaches of the Vikings deciding to do this. Part of it is like you can't really adjust these things mid-season.
Who's offensive coordinating for them? I mean, it's offensive, that's for sure. But
the Vikings.
That being said,
Yeah.
I would like just one last thing to say: rip to
That's
my
Phillips.
to my guy Brian Branch and his Achilles, and
Phillips.
sacrificing his Achilles for a pass defense.
yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah,
That's a brutal trade,
Yeah, you
and
hate
it
to
sucks
see
for
that.
Brian Branch.
And
Like,
I hate the discourse about this injury too. It's like,
yeah,
oh, he's never gonna be the same. His career's over. It's like, shut the fuck up.
bullshit.
He'll be fine. He's young. He'll recover. They're like, oh, we'll never have the same burst. It's like, dude, this isn't this isn't like 1982. An Achilles injury isn't a death knell any longer.
and also Brian Branch didn't have any burst to begin with. That's not his game.
He'll be
Like,
fine.
He is NFL athletic.
He
He's not.
just won't be on the NFL field for a long time, and that sucks.
Yeah, he's gonna miss all of next year.
Pretty much, yeah, most likely. Most likely.
It's too late in the season for him to like come back and be effective, and I hope that like the Lions realize that. I hope they don't rush him back. Like that's about it.
And
No,
hope-
I mean he's done for the season
And I
now,
hope
right?
they
Well,
give
not,
I mean,
but like even halfway through the next season, he shouldn't come back. He should be out all next season.
Mhm.
yes, I agree.
It's
I
too
agree.
late in the season. Like the surgery will happen next week, if like because you need a week after an Achilles to like get surgery or something like that.
Yeah, you
then,
need to let
like-
it sit, right?
And then like
No, you could do it.
you know,
right
it's
after.
an
It's
18-month injury. Like the
Yes.
best case scenario is like
Mhm.
you're Kevin Durant, you miss a whole season, or you're Breonna Stewart and you miss a whole season. And like that's the best case outcome. Both of them went on to
I
like
mean, it's the end of this
Yeah.
season and next season. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Which
yeah,
sucks.
KD and Stewie are fucking legends and freak athletes who, you know,
Yeah, like
like,
Kevin Durant.
not that
came
Brian
back,
Branch isn't, but
Yeah.
like, you know,
but
those
Kevin
two
Durant
are
came back
a
and
league
was
of
like an
their own.
all NBA level player, so top 15 in the league. Breonna Stewart won like an MVP and a Finals MVP the year after. Like
KD
that's
was
kind of
also
like the
wasn't
worst
he,
case. That's like best case
Wasn't he
scenario.
in his 30s
Yeah, he was 32.
Yeah.
when he tore his Achilles?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Brian Branch is
and
young.
it was also like his third major injury.
when
so,
when in
like,
your career your Achilles tears, if you get that injury, matters a lot. Like
Yes, it does.
these major
Yeah.
injuries, like ligament, like dislocations, like even concussions, like when you start dealing with these issues in your career is a major factor. It's like Zach Ertz re-tearing that ACL.
oh yeah,
It-
let's
when-
get
if
into
he's-
that.
yeah,
if he's
that's
like-
a good point because it is a
Yeah,
re-tear.
let's go ahead and move on.
Yeah, we've
here.
spent too much time on
Yeah.
our like garbage bowl.
Yeah, on this garbage bowl. Yeah.
But here,
Let's switch things around because we were just talking
Yeah,
about
we'll talk
Zach
about
Ertz.
Ben and
Let's
John.
do Ben and John.
yeah, we'll talk
'cause
about
this
Ben
is
and John. Yep,
this is another part of the Brainrot Bowl in some ways,
not really, but
but not,
No,
not
wanna
this
really.
is
talk-
just like
I want to talk about the Zach Ertz thing, right?
yeah,
so-
yeah.
Yeah, if Zach Ertz had got that same injury that he got, which ironically he got with the Cardinals, it's the same knee.
Mhm.
When let's say he's like 26, it's not even consideration that he's done. It's like Tucker Kraft tearing his ACL this year. No one's talking about how he's done. It's like, oh, his
Yeah,
career's
no one thinks he's
over.
cooked.
No one's
Yeah,
thinking
exactly.
like, oh, he'll lose a step, he'll never be the same, blah blah blah. This is legitimately that, because Zach Ertz
He's like 34 or something.
He's going to be 37 soon, right?
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
god, he's
retirement.
like Travis Kelsey age.
He's old.
Okay.
He's old.
That's
Yeah,
retirement. Like,
Yeah, that's a career.
He's well.
Oh, he's 35.
He's
Okay.
35. He's turning 36.
He'll be 36.
He's turning
in next
36, I
year.
think, in like a month or something. But like, what I'm saying is,
okay.
next season he'll be in
Yeah.
his age 37 season by the end. He won't be on the field next season. Like, most likely.
Yeah, it's too late in the year.
It's
again,
too late in the
for
year.
all these major.
Again,
It's the same thing that Joe was just talking about with Brian Branch's injury. It's so late in the season that, and also this is most likely a multi-ligament tear based on the mechanism. I don't know if you saw it, but it was nasty.
It looked bad, and the
his
card
I didn't
came
see
out
the
like
video, but I saw the
immediately.
pre-picture. No, I didn't want to see the video.
Basically, he was in midair. Like, the leg was suspended in midair, and the Vikings defender hit him low and basically whipped his leg back. Like, his knee went forward. Like, the player was going this way, his knee was going this way, and they basically, like, his knee fully hyperextended like that.
Oof.
I mean, the only way that's worse is like
if it
what
was
happened to Nick Chubb.
If his leg was planted on the ground, because he was jumping to catch, to make a catch.
Right.
If his leg was
you would have
planted and the defender made the same tackle at his knee, it would have been a Nick Chubb injury. Like, his leg would have been fully dislocated, and he probably would be dealing with that for the remainder of his life. Like, it would be a life-altering injury.
I mean, that's
as bad as
the
it was.
career-ending
Yes.
injury.
This is a career-ending injury.
But in this case, it's definitely ACL. But I think it's possible there could be more damage. It could be multiple ligament.
It wouldn't
injury.
surprise me, honestly.
But what I read in the
really
report
brutal.
is that it is an ACL. They confirmed it via MRI today that it was an ACL. But
yeah,
man,
I saw the ACL in the news. Yeah,
it's not good. The Commanders, they desperately needed him. He was a key part of their offense. It'll be very interesting to see how they try and mix in a new player, or if they change Debo's role, or are they just going to give more to Terry McLaurin? Like, their reaction to this is going to be very interesting, because Zach Ertz was a focal point.
Do they go more 11 personnel?
Right.
How do they do this?
Right, because they have Bates is like the best blocking tight end in the league. Like, he is elite. John Bates is a very good blocking tight end. He's part of the reason why their rushing attack has been so successful. Like, this year, obviously, they've taken a step back and they've kind of lost their identity in a lot of ways. And a lot of that has to do with Jane Daniels' injury. But, this is a major blow to the Commanders. Zach Ertz was a very important piece for them. So, sorry, Ben.
Well, and Ben Sinnott is completely unproven at this point.
Yeah.
He's an unknown commodity.
It's the same thing as Trey McBride. There's no way that he's going to be Trey McBride. He's not going to step up and be this like elite tight end.
I mean, it's
like
possible, but I think it's unlikely.
Oh, it's extremely unlikely. It's the other guy, like Colston Yankoff, is the guy that he was competing with for snaps. And no, that's not a fake name. That's an actual NFL player's name, which is hilarious.
Oh God,
that's an elite
Tungsten
fantasy
Armor
name.
yeah.
But
Yankoff is really strong.
Yes,
I'll land that.
If Yankoff becomes a thing, that is like the most Josh player ever. You just pick
Yeah.
him up.
Oh yeah.
This is how Josh breaks Toulouse tools for sure.
Get him now,
Every
Josh.
time.
Get him on the
Every time.
roster so that you can be ready just in case he's the next best thing.
And make my
well-
my absolute draft whiffed on Ben Sinnott even worse. So
Yeah.
Again, Scott don't know ball.
No, I don't know ball. I can't evaluate players. Justin Jefferson's clearly trash. Like, Drake London's horrible. George Pickens is terrible. Kenneth Walker is the worst running back I've ever seen. I don't know.
Whatever your nickname for Sam Darnold is that the internet gave him, like, clearly that's like just a meme.
It's true.
Oh, of course
Just
it
a
is.
meme.
Of course
I know
it
it's
is.
a meme, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Gekbus.
let's talk about John for a sec though, because like Quinion Mitchell and like
Yeah.
all
my
that
God.
like that shit show of a fucking whatever the fuck was going on when that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna just roll this clip in the background here because it's funny.
Is this the multi turnover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, this has got to be a record.
This
like
is
a
an
one of
all-time
one, like
Mariota.
scoregami thing.
This
Like,
is it is as long as since as far as 1978. Like this
Intercepted,
has
and
not
now the
happened.
ball's out, and Hurts ends up with the ball in his hands. He fumbles. Chargers ball. Troy Dye ends up on the ball.
Boy. Oh boy, Jalen Hurts.
That's like that's so bad.
there's another clip going around of Troy Aikman like just shitting on Jalen Hurts for not throwing over the like throwing AJ Brown a slant wide open and like the soft zone underneath, and it's just like, yep, that is the epitome of the Eagles season. Is
Dude,
all
both
of these clips.
The quarterback
Mhm.
play in this game was unwatchable. It was so bad.
Atrocious. And like, yeah, Justin Herbert's got his non-throwing hand hurt. That definitely affects things. But, woof, this was bad.
The Chargers, at least they're like, at least you can say like they're missing both tackles, which is not a recipe for success for anybody, and that they won the game, most importantly. And then the last thing is that like without Justin Herbert doing that, like being the leading rusher, like there was no other quarterback outside the big three that's scoring on this Chargers team. Like the Chargers team's putting up 0 points. Like there's just not another quarterback outside of the big three.
Yeah. The Chargers are a rough watch. I mean, just the offensive line issues really made them
It's glaring.
very one-dimensional, just old, like 1960s style, just run the ball, grind it
And
out.
like Lad McConkey,
Take
like,
it back 2 decades. That's like the fucking 30s and 40s football.
It's very old school.
Yeah,
Like
it's not great. It's a bad watch.
it is a
like
bad
the
watch.
offense is not fun.
No, it's not.
It's
And
and Lad McConkey is like
they have too many mouths to feed too. It's like you have 3 different wide receivers you want doing things that aren't going to get the ball because your quarterback's hobbled. You have no O-line.
I mean, that's a good problem for, I mean, not the quarterback's hobbled and no O-line stuff, but having too many mouths to feed is one of those problems you want to have, as if you're
In
building
real
an
football,
NFL
yes.
franchise, at least.
Yeah. Well, next
It
year
sucks for
be,
fantasy.
It will be a good thing. It will be a good thing
Yeah.
next year, supposing the Chargers don't start out the season with their left tackle for the year.
Out. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
and
like,
I mean,
Lad McConkey.
you gotta think that the Chargers focus on improving their defense this year in the draft in a big way.
Yeah, they're going to need
Yeah.
to get a new safety. Derwin James is cooked. Add him to the pile of chaff, garbage, shitty players.
God.
Yep.
I mean, if they get, I mean, that being said, if they I would expect them to go trenches just because
They need to.
or
Mhm.
like outside
Well,
trenches
Thule's
or
fun,
outside
but,
corner.
yeah,
like
they need-
that's what you should do in the first round.
They
if
You
you're
need
trying to
another
build out
edge
your
rusher.
defense.
Khalil Mack isn't going to be around for another 5 years.
Yeah.
He
He's
probably won't even be
34.
around for another 2.
He's got, Khalil Mack's probably going to 3 years in him.
Yeah, we'll see if they're like in range of like one of the edge rusher prospects that actually has the physical traits of a first rounder, whether or not they're good.
Right.
But, like,
exactly.
I mean, that being said, like the whole they
you
need
expect
another
him to
safety thing.
Pick in the
like,
20s.
I mean, if they end up with Caleb Downs, man, like I ain't mad at that pick. I'm not mad at that pick at anybody taking him,
Sure.
no matter where it is. Like, yeah. But yeah, that man, what a season from hell for the Chargers, and they're still 9-4.
9-4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fighting for a playoff spot. Like
They're probably going to get in over the Chiefs in that division. They might win the division straight up.
Yeah.
If they
it depends
hot
on
and beat the Broncos.
How did they beat the Broncos in week 3?
I don't know.
No,
I think the Broncos must have won that.
they did.
Yeah.
So
believe they
so
did.
if they beat the Broncos, then
Broncos need to lose a
you
couple
need to
games.
They need to beat the Broncos in week 18, and they need
well, they're going to lose this week, so
They
that'll
need-
be a nice evener.
what against Kansas City?
The Broncos, they play the Packers.
Oh, Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe that is a.
I'm doing homering things, so
I mean,
Yeah.
no.
yeah. I mean, you're not wrong considering their offense is like, I don't know,
Atrocious.
They
It's
Yeah, that's a
I
good
trust
matchup.
Bo
covered
Nix
up.
less
That's a
than
good
I
matchup.
trust
That's a-
Sam Darnold.
That's a terrible, terrible matchup for fantasy football, but like for real life, like just like defensive.
Oh, it's going to be a
Is it in
Steve
Lambeau?
game. It's in Mile High,
Oh, okay. I was gonna
which
say
is
if it was
it's
in
going to be a
Lambeau,
Steve game.
I'll give
for
the edge to
sure.
the Packers. That's quite literally a coin flip. I think it was a coin
Yeah.
flip.
I mean, like in that game, the best player is on both sides of the ball is Micah and PS2, and like
Yep.
that's just going to be like
And I mean, I'd expect a quiet game from Christian Watson, but that's about all I can say for the Packers offense. I mean, I Benito and the who's the other pass rusher?
Zach Allen or Jonathan Allen. It's one of the
Jonathan Allen,
Allens.
one of the Allens. Anyway, yeah, he's pretty good too. I think it's Zach Allen.
Yeah.
They're both good. So that part will be a test for the Packers offensive line. But otherwise, I think I favor the Packers offense over the Broncos defense versus the Broncos offense over the Packers defense. Just
I would
generally, think
take the
Packers
Broncos
have a better
defense
unit.
over the Packers offense. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think the secondary is just too good. Like
Right,
people
but
can
that's-
get all like people
You're gonna
can go and do the whole defensive line thing because of what the Eagles did, but it's like if you don't have a secondary, your defensive line doesn't matter. Just look at the Giants.
Yeah, but this is specifically what the Packers offense is designed to do is punish people with the run and then get after them in play action. Like that is the Matt
Yeah.
LaFleur system. And if
Yeah, and
you're
I just
not-
think PS2 is too good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the play action part of that is going to be tougher this week than most, but I think still the Broncos are ripe to be punished against the run, and Josh Jacobs has a good history against them.
I guess. I just
Anyway, enough Homer talk.
I just don't believe it.
We got to get back to Trevor and Josh and get into the next matchup here.
Yes, we do. All right, Trevor, Josh.
Yeah. Well, Puka Nakua. Like, man, that motherfucker. Like, him and Stafford, man, that's the best weapon in fantasy football right now.
It's definitely the best connection in the league. Like, those two are giving me Rodgers and Devontae energy from 22 or whatever when they were absolute fucking world beaters. Like, it's crazy.
Did their
Great
best.
stack, man.
Him and DK did their best to try and get Trevor in. This was a win and in, I think, for Trevor. If he wins, I think I'd have to go back and look at the results now. But
It's correct. If he wins, he had to win and John had to lose, and John did lose. So if Trevor won, he would have taken the fifth
bounced him.
seed by
Yep.
0.4 on the tiebreaker, and John would have been bounced from the 6th seed instead of Trevor. So yes, this was a win and in, which is part of why everyone was like, "Go Khalil Mack, go!" At the end of that game. But yeah, it's not that Mack
Brutal.
had a particularly bad game, but just not the sack that he needed.
Not that this was exactly fantasy relevant, but there's a great clip of DK as the gunner in special teams, just annihilating two dudes. Just
Okay, I'm into that. I gotta go find that.
It's just oh, that's some teach tape. This is how you play special teams.
Yeah.
One arming two guys to
DK is still
just
good, man.
take them out of a play.
I hate these fucking Steelers fans that are like, oh, we traded away George Pickens and DK Metcalf sucks. This stupid trade and DK and now even Seahawks fans that are rewriting history, acting like before JSN he wasn't one of the most dominant wide receivers we've ever had, because he was. And
I mean, it's always a "what have you done for you lately" league.
no,
And-
the whole narrative around DK is that he's
I agree,
yeah, he's
though.
super talented, but he can't catch. But it's he made a lot of spectacular contested catches.
He was also
the
top 5 in
Stonehands.
catch. He's in the top 5 of catches of his first few years kind of category.
Mhm.
In all
Yeah,
the
I know.
metrics with Julio Jones and Megatron
Right,
and all these
right.
greats.
Earlier in
It's
his career.
No, he's
it was
exactly.
after the Seahawks offensive coordinator carousel was winding down, it's just kind of like everything hit ahead with Ryan Grubb because DK hated that system. There's a reason he wanted out after that experience. Yeah. And I think he has a bad rep now as having, like, he used to have really soft hands. Like, he used to actually be really, really good at the catch point. But that last season in Seattle, he just was dropping balls left and right. Was clearly frustrated a lot. And he wasn't making up for, like, he would get 15-yard personal foul penalties or unsportsmanlikes and stuff, but he wasn't making up for it like he used to. I will take the hot-headed fucking negative yardage if that player can also catch a 30-yard pass like 2 plays later and make up for it.
Also, I mean,
I'll take that all day.
It's also just the very basic, like, NFL fans, NFL media, NFL, like, meta of, like, let's talk about big names and not the fact that, like, the Seahawks don't have 2 tackles.
Yeah.
Like, because they're hurt and, like, we're bringing in Jason Peters.
Right. And
like, 40-year-old Jason Peters.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right.
Dude, no, it's like
it's bad.
The only reason Gino's career was like resurrected is because Charles Cross and Dave Lucas got drafted in the same year and became bookend tackles.
And
they got hurt.
And they were serviceable.
And then it never panned out again.
And then it never got back again. Yeah, exactly.
But back to the DK thing. Now he's got Arthur Smith. He's the most uncreative shit offensive coordinator in the league, in my opinion, next to like Kevin Patullo. It's
definitely
I hate the Steelers offense. They should not have won this game. We'll cover it in the next matchup with Jordan. But that was like one of the most poorly officiated.
Oh my God.
That was on par with like the Seahawks 2004 Super Bowl with the Steelers.
Was so bad.
There was some shady fucking shit going on that game. It's just like, what is happening?
Yeah, absolutely.
The other part that we haven't mentioned, which is the elephant in the room, is Aaron Rodgers is fucking cooked.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is cooked, and Arthur Smith doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And I'm afraid that Arthur Smith is going to get a job somewhere else because some stupid owner thinks that what he's doing is fantastic.
Look, that's not why he's going to get a job. Like the reason he's going to get a job,
it doesn't matter. Aaron Rodgers theoretically can cover all of this. Aaron Rodgers made Nathaniel Hackett look like a world beater at offensive coordinator, and we all know what that is. You know, like if Aaron Rodgers isn't cooked, Arthur Smith is a non-issue here. Yeah, like he does suck, but Aaron Rodgers is cooked, and that's the really important part of this.
Well, and the other part is that Arthur Smith will be in the NFL forever. He will always have a job.
Always.
And nepotism. The reason that he will always have a job is because he's the heir to the FedEx money. And FedEx is a sponsor of the NFL. And he will always have a job.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it works.
Correct. Send him to the Jets. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah.
He can be the offensive coordinator on the Jets. It won't happen.
He will absolutely cook Breece Hall's career. I'm sorry. Must be done.
Oh, that's already happened. Aaron Glenn has and whoever's the coordinator now has certainly managed to do that. I mean,
this is why
fucking offensive line, but like,
nah,
Breece
Steve, you're like me. You don't know ball. Breece is terrible.
No, dude. Well, I mean, other than the fact that like everything about the Jets is bad, like this is why nobody traded for Breece Hall because that dude's not sticking around. Like, there's no reason to trade for him. Like, why would you give up a 7th-round pick for a guy you can just pay? Like, below market value because he doesn't have the stats because he was on the Jets.
Yes, because he was on the fucking Jets. Like, he's going to get picked up somewhere and explode next year.
Yeah, like the Chiefs are just going to sign him and not draft like a running back because they don't have to because they just paid Breece.
I hate that idea, but yes, that is what's happening.
I mean, Chiefs still should have traded for him. Just saying, they probably would be in the playoff picture right now if that was the case, but they didn't.
Maybe.
They also still don't have tackles for the 3rd year in a row.
That is true. They did lose a lot of tackles.
Yeah, they still don't have tackles, and that is the
that's a good transition actually.
The fun segue over here because we got to talk about Mahomes.
Chiefs dynasty's over, guys.
It's done. It's over. It's so over.
Rip the fun Chiefs though. Like I'm not like fuck all that last 3 years of the Chiefs, but like rip early career Pat Mahomes, man. But it's the Chiefs. They could still get in the playoffs and like make a go
Patrick
at this
Mahomes in the
year.
playoffs is still Patrick Mahomes. That's not
Exactly.
changing.
And also,
Like-
Pat Mahomes isn't going anywhere. They'll just restructure his deal again and then bring in more elite offensive line pieces all over the place and be right back in it next year. Like it never happened. Like I say, the
right
Chiefs
in
dynasty
the-
is over is kind of tongue in cheek because like they could very well be right back at where they were next season without Travis Kelsey. Maybe he retires. Maybe they hit on a draft pick finally, and they have a really, really good offensive skill.
Well, they'll have a better
but-
chance because they're not picking in the 30s.
Exactly. Like that could actually help. Like having a down season would actually do a lot to get them
For the
healthy.
long-term
Like
health of the
they've been
franchise? Absolutely.
playing 20 plus football games this season for 10 years is
Yeah,
that's
the AFC
gonna hurt.
game. Going to the AFC game every year is not like a small thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
only
it's definitely not
adds to how
sustainable.
impressive what the Chiefs dynasty has been. And
Yeah,
then before that, it's
absolutely.
Patriots. It's just like it's amazing.
And it's actually funny how much that mirrors the drop off of Mahomes and Brady. Is just the team was too successful for too long. It all imploded, and then it took a while to get back. And like,
Yeah.
there's no reason why Mahomes can't get back with like, a few like it's only 2 to 3 draft classes where you hit on 2 to 3 guys each year, and you're back in it. That's
Yep.
really all it takes.
That's all it takes.
I mean, this is the difference that a competent front office and a solid coaching staff makes. Like this, that is the difference between
Well, you get-
what the
yeah,
Chiefs
right,
have been
you get-
doing for the past
You get a better
decade
chance to hit.
and what the Jets and the Browns and the Jags and Houston and the Cardinals have been for decades. That's the difference.
I mean,
Competency,
absolutely.
like football competency.
We're seeing that right now with the Vikings. Like,
Yeah.
you can say whatever you want about like any of their like elite stars, but if you go back and like, it's been a whole thing over the last like week about how terrible their draft classes have been over the last like 3 to 4 years with the new guy. It's like, I don't know why they fired Rick Spielman. Rick Spielman like got
clearly was
like,
good.
he signed Adam Thielen for an UDFA, Justin Jefferson, like Christian
Yeah.
Darrisaw.
Knew
Like,
what he was doing.
he drafted Adrian Peterson. Like, there's like this laundry list of things. Like, the only reason Teddy Bridgewater didn't work out is because both his
Injury.
MCLs went out.
Yeah,
Like,
really gnarly.
You know?
And he was looking fantastic. The early
yeah, it was a huge.
the first like season with them was just like, wow, okay, we might have.
Yeah, it was
something here.
RG3
Yeah, no,
all
he was
over again.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Teddy
Yeah,
two
no,
gloves,
that's
man.
really.
Yeah.
But
But
too bad.
the Chiefs they're 2-3 draft classes away of like, I mean, if they hit on more than like, 6 guys in the next like 2 years, like they're right back in it with Mahomes.
Heck, honestly, if they have one like solid draft, they could totally be back there.
I mean,
Yeah.
if the Chiefs do what the Seahawks did with the Charles Cross, Abe Lucas draft, where they hit on
Pairing,
5 guys that were all starters, like they're
Yeah.
right back in it,
You're
and
right
all they
there.
need is like they need to go like trade or sign for like a Michael Wilson level, like reliable, like second option because
Well,
they got
okay.
Rasheed Rice.
You sign Brees Hall, you draft 2 or 3 or 4 tackles, and make the fan base fucking pissed. But you draft 4 offensive linemen, and you just develop.
Complains about drafting in the trenches they're
It's dumb.
Those are dumb.
You don't know
stuff.
ball is
You
the
don't know.
perfect like.
Yeah, you don't know ball is exactly right.
It's
Like,
but Jeremiah Love was right there. It's like, well,
it's like I don't care.
What? Who's his lead blocker? Like, who's going to be
Yeah.
throwing the block? Like,
Great, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Who's going to
I'll
open
take
the
King
hole?
Henry in the second round. Fuck off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like you watch the Eagles' offensive line just get bodied. Their tight ends just get thrown around, and you're like, "Oh, I want that. We need Singleton. We need Jeremiah Love. We need that guy." It's like, no.
Anyway,
You need a fucking line, bro. Anyway,
but yeah, no. If they do that and they hit on one of them, then and the other one and another one's passable, then they're
Well, and-
there.
And if Justin Simmons, whatever's going on with him medically, like just somehow fixes itself, like it's very weird what's happened in that situation. There's not a lot of good information out there, but like every time he's on the field where he's been quote unquote healthy, he looks like a more than competent, above average left tackle. Like, but it's just health with him, and like that's why he fell to the Kansas City Chiefs and why they took him, because like, yes, he's got the talent.
Right.
All right. Well, let's move on. Good luck.
That's enough about Kansas City.
Good luck in the playoffs, Josh.
Yeah, good luck.
This might actually be your year.
It totally could be.
You got to score more, though.
Wow, thanks, Magic Johnson. Fucking Tom Brady-ass tweet.
Here, this is John Madden-ass fucking comment.
Steve is the booger of our league, that's for sure. All right. Let's talk about Jordan and Casey. All right, so the first thing I wanted to bring up here, and this kind of goes back into our discussion earlier about that crooked ass
this is important.
Steelers game. Like, let me just mute this thing here so you guys don't get confused. But all right, what is a catch, man? This isn't a catch. That's not a touchdown.
And below that is a catch, right?
Well, right. So the bottom. So for context, this bottom image here,
that was a catch.
This is a catch ruled for the Steelers earlier in the season. And then the above image is from the game from this weekend. With
frankly, a really great defense from Carrington Valentine.
Right, but it's the same situation.
He's trying hard here, and that should be a catch fumble in terms of.
No, the bottom again. The bottom is a catch. The top is not a catch. It's just it's an incompletion.
Yeah, no, I know. Well. And that's the thing is, likely here has possession. He takes 2 steps,
but it's in the fucking
it's in the end zone. I know
it's in the end zone.
You
just need 2 feet. Over. You just need 2 feet.
The players you still need to make a football move to complete the catch.
Well, that's the argument. That's the argument. But
you're extending your arm. Like he catches the ball and he extends it. In that the extension is a football motion in the end zone. That's a standard football motion.
And there's exactly 2 feet down in the football move. Likely got robbed from a catch here.
For the record, the reasoning for this not being a catch was what you said, Steve, is that there wasn't a third step, and then so they're saying that the second step is him gaining possession of the ball, but then that third part right here is
because there the ball goes out.
Not the football move. The third step would have been the football move, is what they're arguing. But that's bullshit. Like we
see ballerina extension is clearly deliberate,
right? But we see ballerina toe tapping 2 feet inbound touchdowns every week.
Also, this Roman Wilson like grab has no football move. There's no football move there.
No, there's nothing there.
But that's a catch.
There's nothing. Yeah. But I guess he takes 3 steps. I mean, like
Roman
Wilson here is go 1, 2. 3 with control, and then it gets knocked out after the 4th step. Like, but frankly, it's like, he's struggling through this entire thing as to like what a catch is. He doesn't have
possession of the ball for like
fully
the last 2 steps that he takes because he's getting it ripped out. Like,
and a part of me wonders how much of this is reputation.
The Ravens got fucking hosed.
They got hosed here.
Yeah. They got fucking hosed, man.
This is one of the worst weeks of officiating in the NFL I have seen in a long time. There were botched and missed calls all over the place in pretty much every game I watched. And it was kind of a hallmark this week.
The NFL needs to put aside some of their like billions of dollars and just earmark like 15,
can we get full-time reps?
Get 15 mil and just pay the best of the bit. Like, get Gene Steratore out of the fucking press box, man.
Yeah, just get him out of the box.
Get him back on the field. Yeah. Give him a massive bag and get the calls right, man. Like, is that so much to ask for?
Well, and fucking
fans,
pay them full-time. Yeah. Pay the reps full-time.
This shouldn't be
give them full-time job. This isn't a volunteer gig.
It's dumb.
Or like some fucking side hustle. This is real meaning for a lot of people in the nation, and you got to get the fucking calls right.
Especially now that sports gambling is a thing. We got to stop. Like, everything is better without lawyers, and we got to stop giving reffing jobs to retired lawyers who are slow and old and like don't need the fucking money. Like,
yes, we need to seriously. The biggest thing that the NFL needs to do is a referee development, retention, and payment program.
Will never happen.
It will never happen. Not without, like, I don't know, congressional oversight at this point. You know, like, and
We're
that
gonna-
may
we're
be
gonna
the best
get-
way to make it happen is to like lobby fucking Trump to do it. I don't know.
We're gonna get
Like-
fourth down tries in place of onside kicks before that.
Dude, somebody's got to, like,
Oh, definitely.
there's got to be
Hope so.
there's got to be like a real NFL gambling scandal like Tim Doherty, like from the NBA,
Yeah.
like from like the
Yeah.
2000s. Like there's got to be a real fucking like criminal
I mean more than
point
Calvin
shaving.
Ridley kind of thing, but yeah, like deliberate cheating.
yeah, no, like Tim Doherty, like actually that
Yeah.
was like
like
a
Black
real,
Sox Act,
real
fucking
crime.
throwing
Yeah.
a game, like that kind of shit.
By the way,
Yeah,
there's
but
a
yeah,
lot of
crooked
there's a really good documentary about that dude. Anyway,
Yeah, no, yeah.
very interesting. But yeah, I think we'll find out in like 2055 if that's the case. It won't
Yeah.
be now. It'll be
Yeah,
many
Jordan,
years from now. It's like,
it'll be happening
let's move
now.
Back in the 2020
But-
era of the NFL.
When gambling was going fucking nuts.
Yeah, when
Well,
gambling,
the economy was in shambles.
So-
Gambling was
for
all
some-
the rage.
for some reason the Atlantic accent comes back. The Mid-Atlantic
For
accent
real.
comes back in
Ah,
like
yes.
2056. It's like it's
No,
back.
no, absolutely. Yeah, we've got flappers back in the 2050s.
Yeah, it goes
I'm
full
into it.
fucking circle.
We're in
like,
seats-
from where we
seats
are
at
now,
the
from the
beach.
Roaring '20s to like.
Yeah,
fucking,
no, I love that.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Good lord. All right, let's move on for a sec though, and just talk about like JSN and Fannin.
Yeah, so
Like,
Jordan I think is the favorite to win this year. I think that's fair to say. Just based on
Yeah.
top to bottom roster construction, and just kind of the situation that he enters the playoffs with. JSN is unstoppable. There's nothing that indicates to me
Yeah.
that JSN will be slowing down anytime soon. He's pretty much good for like 1 or 2 touchdowns and 100 plus yards and 10 catches every single week because that he is the offense for the Seahawks. If he goes down, it's that, you know, we're fucked and we don't practice fucked situation. Like our season's done if JSN suffers an injury of any kind.
yeah. No, it's over. Like the only thing the offense has going of any real value is JSN.
We're not suddenly going to get 150 and 3 touchdowns from Cooper Kupp. We're not going to get
And
that
the-
from AJ Barner or Elijah Arroyo.
We're not getting Rashid
Rashid
doesn't
Shaheed
have
or-
any sort of chemistry with like Sam Darnold. Like it's very clear that like
Yeah.
it's
getting
going
better
through the
week to
very
week.
basic trade maturation.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting better week
Yeah.
to week. We finally saw the last game. There was some more downfield stuff.
There's
for
some
him.
big play, yeah.
some
big plays
actual
for Shaheed.
routes that he was being targeted on that wasn't just funky jet sweeps taking away touches from the running backs. There was actually stuff he was doing, which is good to see. But yeah, we're fucked if JSN goes down because he is our offense. And similarly, CMC, it's the same thing for 49ers. He is their entire team. CMC goes down, 49ers season's over. So for that reason, I think Jordan, to me, is the favorite, considering he has 2 elite playmakers that are going to get, 20, 30 touches a game, conceivably
Well,
for
I
the
think-
next 4 games.
I think I don't know if I don't know if it was said earlier in the year. I don't know if it was said at the draft, but it still holds true. If when CMC plays, he is the best fantasy player of like ever, and that's still
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Like
When he
healthy
plays.
CMC is the best.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like yeah.
I mean, he was that on the Panthers, he's that on the Niners. Like,
I mean, every coaching staff that he's played for has used him correctly, basically. Like, he's never
He
been...
has like the most like he's got the most fun.
there's no way to use him incorrectly aside from as a lead
Yes, there is.
blocker.
Yes, there is. That. Just,
Yeah.
have him
But
block.
like that's the
Don't-
only one is like
don't-
just have him block. Like if you make
He's
him
game
skip
script
block,
proof.
he's gonna
He can
fail.
play in
but,
every
like,
phase of the game. Like
Right, but here's
there's
how
no
you use him
situation
wrong.
where he's not useful.
Here's how you use him wrong. You give him to Arthur Smith, right? And Arthur
I
Smith,
knew
Arthur Smith
was going to come out of
Arthur
your
Smith
mouth.
just has him run gap schemes the entire game, and he gives him
No.
like 1 target. That's how you use him wrong.
This is what Arthur Smith does. He makes him lead block for Darrell Washington.
Yeah, Darnell Washington. Yeah,
Darnell.
exactly. He puts him on the
He
field.
does it in
He gets
reverse.
it-
You're
he gets him
blocking for
fucked up
Darnell
backwards.
Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonu Smith,
Yeah.
like screen pass, like he's like blocking on that side. It's like, yeah, that's how you use him wrong. But thankfully, CMC's never been in that situation. Like when he was with Carolina, he was the offense, and then he got traded to the 49ers. He is the offense. Kyle Shanahan's not a Dumby, except in the Super Bowl apparently. So,
Well, if you ask any of the Niners fans, which I have a family down there and they're Niners fans, basically they don't trust him in the playoffs, which is like fine.
either.
I mean, you've had enough failures in the playoffs where I get it, but like, yeah.
oh, you mean? Do you
For
mean
Shanahan.
Shanahan?
Not McCaffrey.
Shanahan or McCaffrey?
Yeah, Shanahan.
Okay.
Like
Shanahan,
all the
not
Niners
McCaffrey.
fans I like in my family.
No Niners
like,
fan has
hate
anything
him.
bad to say about McCaffrey, aside from maybe he might be glass.
There's no
Yeah,
reason.
they love McCaffrey. They hate Shanahan at this point because like
Yeah,
they
there's
don't
no
believe
reason- there's no-
truly that Shanahan can win the big one.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
There's no reason to believe that you can. It's just like the same issue I have with Mike McDonald is like he's not proven to me at all that he can beat our divisional rivals. So I have no faith.
Yeah.
Until he can do that, I'll believe. I don't
Yeah.
blame Niners fans for being pessimistic about Kyle Shanahan, even though 31 other teams in the league, well, actually 30, like maybe 30 other teams in the league would rather have him than whoever they've got as their coaching
Yeah.
staff. It's like,
I mean, the only team that wouldn't pick Shanahan up right away is the Rams.
but yeah, okay, let's say 29. It's like the Chiefs are probably good with Andy Reid over Shanahan, and then the Rams with Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Basically, roundabout way of saying that he's top 3 in terms of head coach in the league.
Yeah.
Anyway, that makes sense to me. He needs to prove it.
Speaking of not fantasy top 3 coaches, but a good coach in real life, Sean Payton, and the offseason buzz about RJ Harvey actually might be real. That like for the rest of the season and next year going forward, like yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Kid's good.
Peyton's got a huge man crush on RJ Harvey. He was just absolutely gushing about the dude in the post game.
Yeah.
Sorry, Casey, your season's lost though. I mean, it's hard to say exactly where things went wrong for you, but you'll be competing with me and Trevor and your sister and Ben.
Well, I think the
dregs
thing
of
that
our
went
league.
wrong for
The
him
toilet bowl.
is that he really has to rely on the Falcons to not fuck up Bijan Robinson's career.
Bijan's far from his biggest issue though. Like,
Nah,
Yeah,
but like
there's
long
I
term,
don't
man. Like it's that one of his best players is just inconsistent because the Falcons are inconsistent. Like,
again,
he needs Bijan to be
Bijan's
great.
not the reason he's in the toilet bowl. It is definitely his wide receiver depth. The fact he has
Yeah,
no tight end.
Yeah, he's got Debo, right? Yeah, the commies don't spread the wealth.
Khalil
My comment.
Shakir,
Yeah,
Like
Darnell Mooney.
his defense is pretty middle of the pack. Honestly, like he doesn't have any like
you want to scroll down?
yeah.
Middle to low. I mean, Leonard Williams is maybe the most. Levante David is old and
No, he's got a
getting
good
older
D-line. Leonard
and lost his
Williams
steps.
and Josh Allen. That's a good.
Yeah, Josh
D-line.
Allen is good. He's got a good D line, but like the linebacking core is kind of suspect.
Dude, he's cobbling together his
Um,
defensive backs every
yeah.
week, and
But there's no excuse. Like there are still good linebackers on the waiver wire in a lot of ways.
I mean,
And, like,
Savastia
I don't
Dennis
know.
is a good pickup. Like, I like that play. It just
Yeah, but I don't
pan
think
out.
I don't think I like playing both Tampa Bay linebackers in this situation.
Yeah, I mean that is
Yeah,
rough.
no.
But
Yeah.
you have
You
to
know.
also remember that Casey's in a real bad spot because he lost Fred Warner. He dislocated his ankle,
Absolutely,
Yeah,
and
it's
that
true.
absolutely.
that
but
kind of
I mean,
derailed him a little bit. But in my opinion, I think it's really his wide receiver core that really let him down, and the fact he doesn't.
Yeah, I
really
mean
have a stud
Casey,
tight end.
the first year with he really invested heavily in the 49ers with Ayuk and Debo, and now
Mhm.
that Ayuk's out, like he just doesn't have the depth.
Also, Tyreek Hill dislocating his knee doesn't help either.
Yeah,
He
no,
was a
the
major part of his
injuries
team.
were really bad
Yeah.
for Casey this year. That is true.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
It's
Tyreek
I
is a
don't
big piece.
I don't
yeah.
put it on Bijan. Bijan's been elite, and then Josh Jacobs is just good for a touchdown and like 80 yards every game. Seems like.
Well, it's this year. Like,
Right.
if when Bijan plays well, Casey wins.
Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson need to go. Terry
Mm-hmm.
Fontenot needs to go. The Falcons need to just clean house. They're not going to do it, and it's going to be what it is. Sucks,
That's true.
but Falcons are terrible.
Because somehow firing Raheem Morris for a second time is beyond the pale.
Yes, God forbid you get rid of the guy that you hired as an interim head coach after you fired your head coach because they were underperforming after the Super Bowl loss. God forbid.
And remember, that coach was Kyle Shanahan.
Okay.
And Dan Quinn,
Hey.
2 head coaches
Yeah.
in the league currently.
I want to ask this question of Casey right here on the pod. What is Cooper DeJean still doing in your taxi squad?
He's a DB. Like, yeah, he's good, but like, Casey likes his DBs that he's got, I guess.
I mean, I don't think that just personally.
Who the fuck
I like
is
Brisker.
C. Connor?
Shamari?
What?
Shamari Connor, he's not bad.
Yeah, he's been fine. He's got tackle volume. Good floor.
The guy I am looking at with some question is Donovan Wilson.
I've been asking Casey that since he picked him up after I dropped him.
Uh-huh.
Like,
I
brother,
mean, Brisker's
sucks. He's
Brisker's
not
not the best either. Like, he's not bad, but he's not the best. So I just, either of those two is less good than Cooper DeJean, and is less good in fantasy than Cooper DeJean.
Here's the dirty truth about IDP is that sadly, some of the best players in the league are just not fantasy relevant. Like,
yep.
You don't really want Pat Surtain. You don't really want Sauce Gardner. Like, you really don't want elite shutdown corners. They're the best defensive players outside of like, your dominant edge rusher like Myles Garrett or Michael Parsons, right? Those guys are elite
in real life,
but they don't produce fantasy points. And for that reason, dog shit corners that can't cover, suck in man, get thrown the ball all the time, rack up all kinds of points because they make tackles because they take bad angles or can't cover their guy, or their target, they get targeted, the guy they're covering
you want
gets a
that guy
catch,
that's fast as fuck so that they can actually catch up and occasionally get a good PD.
That's like the floor play though for like corners. For our scoring
for our
system.
scoring format. What I'm talking about is like the general, like, people who are IDP haters will just say like, oh, the reason why I hate IDP is because it's just like dog shit linebackers that play on bad teams are like elite fantasy assets that score as much as like Jamar Chase because they play on bad teams and just get lots of tackles because they're on the field all the time. And I'm like, well, that's a scoring system issue because big play is where it's at, which makes the good players actually, exactly. It's a skill issue thing. But even with big play, there really is no way around elite corners being useless for fantasy, which is truly unfortunate. I wish there was a way that we could make like allowed passer rating a scoreable asset so that people like Sauce Gardner would be elite, but that's just how it works. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
And that's a very specific archetype of corner too, because it's outside corners who are like the big names of the corners.
They cover
like
the
shutdown guys. That's the outside guys.
The island
it's very much just like the archetype of that is not fantasy relevant for the most part.
You want like that guy, but also plays nickel.
You want like instead of JC Horn, it's like you want Mike Jackson because he's getting thrown the ball, or you want the slot corner who's got the tackle upside, who rushes off the edge, who covers the slot guy.
Yeah.
Who like because it's a check down or because it's like Kirk Cousins, he's throwing over the middle a bunch, and like you're getting a bunch of like opportunities.
And usually those guys,
or it's the safety where like you're doing other things, like Derwin James coming into the box, or like Julian Love, who can do whatever he wants, or like just
those guys. Yeah, those guys are the ones you want for sure. But it's like outside of that, just like the meta discussion around IDP, it's like usually it's the like garbage DBs that usually just get cycled out or traded for like a 7th. Or just dropped, and then the next garbage DB comes in the next year, and then you're starting that guy. It's like that archetype is what makes more casual fantasy football players shy away from IDP. It's like, because that is frustrating. It's like, I don't know who the fuck to pick. It's like Alontae Taylor shows up out of nowhere, gets a 40-point game last year, and then disappears.
Yeah.
Because he's just kind of garbage.
Yeah, he's getting picked on.
It's not that he's garbage, but he just gets picked on, and sometimes
because he's garbage. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like
he's garbage in real life. Yeah.
Right.
Well,
But for fantasy, it's like get thrown the ball.
Yeah. I mean, we've called this the Eli Apple effect before.
Exactly.
It's that, or it's like DJ Reed, where it's like you're not throwing at the other guy, and you're just going to pick on the mismatch of like the tall guy versus like the small guy.
Right.
Yep. Right.
And so like, yeah.
The small athletic corners can
back,
do some
back to
things.
Casey's roster construction question. That's clearly what he's keyed into. Is he's trying to get those like kind of middling DB guys that get picked on, in hopes that they're going to get a pick here and there and get and rack up PDs and tackles.
Yeah.
And that isn't exactly
Yeah,
Milkcheck. Milkcheck is an actual dominant player. You know
No,
what I mean?
but
But he's a safety.
look at Milkcheck's scoring,
different.
and he's also not Riley Moss. He's Cooper DeJean. Like
And
if we're
Cooper
going to talk
DeJean
about
is,
white DBs, like
I mean,
Cooper DeJean
and DB is a
counts.
lazy term. Like, it's safeties versus corners, and
Yeah.
Riley Moss is a corner, and Cooper DeJean is a safety.
Exactly. Like, look at this scoring.
Oh yeah, that's
What
pretty good.
What is going on? Why is he on your taxi squad? Like his floor is 4 points.
His
and he's
floor is-
scoring
his
above
floor is
10
one,
and-
his floor is 1 point. Maybe that's scaring Casey away. I don't know, man.
Sure. I mean,
Or-
I
Or
don't
his
know.
doesn't-
average is over 5. I mean, that's
Or he
for
just
any IDP player. That's good.
That's awesome.
or he
You want
just,
5
this dude
points for an
in your
IDP
active
player
roster.
is good.
Let's just like a straight up like to date points comparison. DeJean versus Donovan Wilson. Donovan Wilson should not be on this roster, and DeJean should have vacated the taxi squad 5 weeks ago.
but then Casey would have
I'm
to drop.
not gonna
but then
I'm not
Casey
going
would
to
have
throw
to
any
drop
more
his totem.
stones on roster construction here, but like then Brisker, fine,
No, Brisker's great. What are you talking about?
not fantasy great.
Last season he was awesome. No, I mean the season before that.
It's-
There we go.
He was hurt last
yeah,
year.
he was good.
Yeah,
he was good as a rook. Yeah,
And he got hurt, which is like
yeah,
pretty normal. Like,
yeah. I mean, he'll probably be back
But then,
next year.
Steve,
but like, that's
he
why I'm
can't-
not saying drop.
He can't
Brisker.
drop Mr. Bum. He has to drop Mr. Bum if he wants to put him on his roster.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a cardinal sin of Casey. Okay. It's a
Look,
cardinal
Justin
sin.
why
Fields
why
is
does he still
probably
have
safely
Yoshi
droppable.
on his team, man? Is Yoshi like even relevant to have? Like, is he rosterable?
It doesn't matter. He has to drop Mr. Bum, and he can't do it. Anyway, I'm not trying to play fantasy
Wait,
football
I'm not-
for Casey. Here.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
going to do that anymore either. But I'm
All
just
right,
saying
let's move on because-
if we want to investigate why Casey's season has gone bad, there are some points you can place some blame on this roster.
It's Mr. Bum.
Mr. Bum.
All right, well, let's talk about.
All
the
All right,
last
let's move
matchup.
on to Steve and Danny.
Yep.
Get out of here. Yep. All right, Steve, you have like a million different fucking videos you wanted to show us. Apparently,
I have one at the very bottom that I love.
Wait. Okay, yeah.
all right,
so
all right, let's just go through. these.
Joe got the one. Yeah,
Let's
let's
just go
do
through
them
these.
here. I
Okay.
can narrate some of these videos. Yeah.
All right.
This is the best highlight.
But we got to talk about
This is some
Keyshawn Nixon's.
Chancellor
All right, this is the Keyshawn Nixon interception.
Yeah,
Do you
Keyshawn
want,
Nixon
do you wanted the
interception.
audio for this?
I do need the audio for
right,
this.
all right, here we go.
This is the radio
4th and
call.
1, Chicago. Just inside the 15 of Green Bay. They get motion to the tight end to the right. Fake to Swift, bootlegging left. Williams looking, floats the end zone. It's intercepted. An interception. A leaping interception by Keyshawn Nixon. And there is your dagger. 22 seconds ago, and the Packers have hung on. What a great play by
I'm sure people on the podcast are enjoying the audio. I don't hear it.
We can't hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, you
but,
can't hear it, but you can't. Yeah, this is a limitation.
But it is-
of what we're doing with
Yeah.
Discord and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway,
but it
chills.
to summarize, it is a really amazing, energetic radio call, and is the benefit you get from that kind of thing. And the famous Larry McQuarrie, there is your dagger call to end the game is something we all live for. So that's great.
and then the second one here.
I believe it's the same clip, or it's the same play, but we've got the kind of alternate angle here.
Oh, okay.
Or it's just close. This is closer to the end of the game. You want to accelerate this one a little bit further, because this is the Jacobs run where he's going to get tackled here. This is kind of tying back into Casey. You think he's going to get nailed here. This man is not going to run for
Okay, you're going to need to
20
cut
something
this
yards.
into Casey's. It's going to be real
Yeah.
awkward, but this doesn't belong here.
This does not belong here. There's a
That's okay. Casey's still listening. Love you, buddy.
Yeah, here we go. But yeah, you don't expect Jacobs to get to that point. Anyway, cutting forward here, take us farther because this is a touchdown. Yep, farther. Yes, here we go. This is where we need to be.
This is the fourth and one. Okay.
Yeah, this is the play. So Loveland's in motion here. And then you get DJ Moore trying to sneak out and bait Nixon across the formation to run with him. But you see that Komet leaks through, and Nixon notices it, and it's way more clear on the all-22. But this is not his assignment. This is in real time, realizing that there's a busted coverage, and he needs to be back in the end zone in order to make the play. Makes the play, seals the game for the Packers. Well done, my man. That's all I got to say.
Is that your audition tape for being an announcer, Steve? Is that what that is?
Might as well. Gotta get the tape out there.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and then the Petrie hit. We'll do that real quick.
This is the only thing that matters from the entire week. This Cam Chancellor ass hit.
Yeah, fucking Petrie.
This is the only clip that matters.
Damn.
Just lowering the boom.
Fuck that kid. My God.
Yeah.
I saw someone say something like, yeah, that's what it feels like to be hit at a high rate of speed and then have the aggressor just leave the scene of the crime.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happened.
Dude, this is...
He just goes downhill and wham.
The way that... It's like he almost, like... That almost
it's
looks
the
like...
ragdoll effect that makes it good.
He is knocked out
that looks
in
like,
this moment, basically.
That looks like fencing right there. That looks like fencing.
Yeah.
Did he get pulled for that, for concussion protocol? I didn't
see that.
No.
I don't remember that.
I don't think so.
But he probably should have been.
That
because he gets absolutely
this motion
there.
Right
yeah,
here?
exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but that just reminds me of the Vernon Davis.
Yeah,
from Cam.
That motion right there looks like fencing.
The out to in thing that's going on. Yeah, not great. But yeah, Petrie absolutely demolished that dude.
They need to make these Guardian caps look cool, man. God damn it.
I love the bobbleheads.
You don't like big head mode?
I love the bobbleheads.
Not a fan.
Two of my main guys. I love Romeo and Jalen for this.
I appreciate when players wear them, but like the studies are inconclusive about whether or not they actually materially help.
That's because the NFL. That's because they're all NFL studies.
No, I read an independent study that looked at it, and it was like the
NFL studies say to use them, but
because
the independent ones,
their prerogative is like anything helps, right? If there's if there's even like a 1% improvement,
that's an improvement. Right, we'll take it.
It's.
I mean, it's like the sugar industry, like paying for studies about sugar. It's
right. What I'm saying is like I've looked at independent
right.
studies by lab, like schools that looked at the helmets and didn't find that much of a difference between the concussive forces with or without the Guardian helmet versus the state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line helmets that they wear other than the Guardian.
The new Vicus stuff. Yeah.
They're just as effective. So I think the conversation about the Guardian cap being as effective as it is a little overblown. Like, I appreciate that they're trying. They should just make it mandatory, but then they should make it like streamlined and cool looking. Like if they make it badass, it's not even an issue. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you just make it mandatory, then everyone looks like it and it doesn't matter. Because everyone has to deal with it.
Then it fades into the background.
Right, exactly. But then they need to do something about the look. Because like part of it is like just like
they need like the glossy part of the NFL helmet is such a unique thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's also like there's such
get used to it.
They spend so much money on the design of the actual helmet to make it not look stupid. Like
that's what I'm saying. Is like, I'm sure they can.
Stupid,
I'm sure they can do it with the Guardian cap to make it like effective at limiting the concussive forces, but also effective at being a marketable, like sexy piece of sports gear that the athletes want to wear. like this is that whole AB thing all over again. It's like I don't like new helmet.
Yeah.
It looks stupid. I want my classic helmet. It's like, well, it's your helmet's banned. Like with it, you have to wear this new piece of equipment. And then he's like, meh.
Yeah.
Then he burns his feet.
Then he burned his feet in a cryogenic chamber because he thought he was Goku. Also, he's cooked. But
He cooked.
anyway, this was a pretty consequential matchup in terms of seeding. And
Yeah, it did.
Steve's
I knocked
playoff
Danny
chances.
from first to second.
And it was a close game. I think it's like the first like 7 weeks, there were a lot of like, oh, this is stat correction territory games. But then it's like since then, once it started getting colder, it's like all those close games went away. There's a lot more blowouts in the real NFL. A lot of bad football was played. But this one was pretty close. Like a touchdown or a sack would change the story here.
I mean,
quite a bit.
literally
Brees Hall
the
doing
reason
literally
I'm-
anything would have made this
No,
an
I mean-
unquestionable win for you. But
The reason I'm harping on that Keyshawn Nixon interception is because it literally did win me the game. Like that was pretty much it. That is the margin.
It's
right
either
there.
that or again another frustrating week for Lamar Jackson where he had multiple like big plays taken away, like that Isaiah Likely
oh
thing
my
that we
God.
talked
It's
about
likely
earlier.
touchdown.
Yeah,
exactly.
then you're not even sweating it. You don't even need Keyshawn.
Yeah,
Nixon
no, I
to
don't
save
even
your
worry
game.
about it. But
You know what
I mean, the way it shook out is the way it shook out. So
the thing I
instead, I
wanted-
get to celebrate Nixon.
Yeah, the thing I wanted to talk about with your matchup, Steve, was the consequence of Daniel Jones and his horrible Achilles tear.
Oh yeah. It's done. Like, because he tore his Achilles on his other leg, right? So he's got the fractured
Yeah, so
tibia on his right leg.
the
And then
writing
now
was
he has
on
a
the
torn
wall for
Achilles
a
on the
bad
leg.
injury for him because he's playing
Yeah.
on a fractured leg, so his body is compensating, and that compensation, it's like when you get calf tightness, like when you hear about calf injuries in your players, you should get kind of worried
You
because
worry about the other leg.
the body, exactly, the body will then overcompensate to make up for the injured muscle, which puts additional strain on the most flimsy part
Is
of your
there
body.
a bigger red flag in medical reporting than it can't get worse? Because that's a lie. Like
It
that's
can
like
always get worse.
when has an injury ever just like not been a problem? Like,
Yeah, no, it can always get worse.
yeah, no, it's always a bad sign when somebody's like the team says or the doctor
That's
or
the thing,
whoever
though.
says
Is like this sport
can't get worse if you play on it.
This sport is so unforgiving to those kinds of injuries. It's just like you have to play through things. You can't just like it's not like being a baseball player. It's like, oh, I'll just miss 2 months.
I don't know, man. If you don't play through them, then you end your season.
That's the risk you have to
Sometimes,
take.
yeah.
It's like
You know?
especially
And, like,
especially
you
the
end your
position
season
he
either
plays.
way.
Like if
you know?
Daniel Jones is a wide receiver, they shut him down for a few weeks and let him heal.
That's
Yeah,
the quarterback like
absolutely.
issue though.
Well,
of,
same
like, the
same with like
NFL.
it's like we're seeing with Lane Johnson on the Eagles. It's like he played through a really nasty foot injury for weeks and weeks and weeks because he's a lineman, and linemen that's what they do. They just play through shit.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
It's like a cultural
your
thing in the NFL.
your fingers sideways, buddy. Tape that shit up and get back out there. Don't
We
be a
got
You'll be
bitch.
all right.
check in.
Yeah,
You're 300
And I
pounds.
guess
Get out there.
The other thing to mention just about like the Colts situation is like not just that they're pushing back the date for Rivers' Hall of Fame vote, but Anthony Richardson still has a broken face. I don't know who the other option was. Riley Leonard,
and Brett Rippon.
was he
Brett
a UDFA
Rippon.
or a six? Like, was he even drafted? Like, he was out of like he was
Riley
I don't know.
Leonard is like has been in the league for a while. He's like your
thought-
career backup guy, right?
Riley
journeyman.
Leonard was in. Okay, that's
He was
not
drafted
cool.
a few
That's-
years ago,
Look him up.
but
Yeah,
he's
on
been
your
Look
target.
up Riley Leonard. I feel like that's a lie.
Yeah, here I'll get his.
Get him up.
I'll get his P.
I feel like we're lying to the public.
Yeah, we got to
Oh, is
confirm this.
This is his college
You got his
stats. I don't
klooch?
care about his college stats. Here we go. This is Riley Leonard. My ad blocker's on. Yeah, get fucked.
Yeah, good. Get fucked. Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, he's been.
I mean, he will be a career backup, so I don't want to say that.
So he's
but it's
drafted
like,
in the sixth
round.
These are the Notre Dame
this
guy,
year.
but,
Oh,
like,
so is this year? I'm confusing with someone else.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But
okay. Yeah, I mean, he will be a career backup if he has a career.
right.
Riley
Yeah,
Leonard is
right.
not a like.
Like
You know, we
unproven.
can all make fun of Shador for how Dion and him botched everything, and that Shador probably isn't a NFL starter. But Riley Leonard is a real, like, you're a 6th rounder for a reason.
A reason. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Max Brosmer start. It's like you're not the guy. You're a backup.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's going to be rough for me. Tough sledding going forward. Stacked boxes for days for Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, that's a tough way to end the season for JT after just like being like just
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Unreal.
This
being LaDainian
basically
Tomlinson.
creates a calendar year of being LaDainian Tomlinson, and then a quick fall off afterward. You know, like because
And
he
again, a reminder
exploded
of what
this
LT
point.
did. Like,
Yeah, because
and
LT
why
was
it
consistent.
should be like
Yes,
why everybody should not undercount what he did, and he should always be in the conversations for the greatest like like running back of all time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, I hope JT can return to form despite this. I also think that the Colts offensively, not just because of the Daniel Jones injury, but like they have gotten a little, I don't know, it's the stack boxes thing more than anything. They've gotten squeamish about running the ball, and
I am the
need
Colts.
to be able to commit to that.
I am
Yeah,
the
the full collapse. The full
Rough.
collapse.
I am
Yeah.
the
Rough.
Colts. I am the Colts.
Yeah.
I do sympathize with your JT plight, just because I have it on a less impactful scale with Aaron Jones and JJ McCarthy. I truly get
Yep.
the feeling.
Oh,
that shit
poor
sucks.
Joe. I don't have any players with volume.
You goddamn right I don't.
When-
I
Michael
mean-
Wilson in the back.
No, I do think sorry, aside from John, that we have the right teams in the playoffs.
Yeah. Aside from John,
I like John's
John's
if he posted
sneaky.
or the video he posted yesterday in the Discord is like when you don't deserve
When you have
in the
no
fantasy.
business.
Yeah, when you have
Yeah.
no business being in the fantasy playoffs.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Yeah.
Insane
Yeah.
variance, by the way, that like the team with like the worst max points for and like the lowest points for, but like the lowest points against just like squeaks in week 14.
It is fantasy though.
Because
Squeaks
Steve
in.
because Steve beats Danny. Like it's crazy. Or
No,
because Trevor beats
Because Trevor lost.
yeah.
Because
Trevor
Josh beats Trevor.
Right. Because Josh beats Trevor.
Because Josh beats Trevor.
That's ridiculous.
Is the only
but
reason that
now that I've
happened.
said that, I'm rooting for you, John, because you're gonna win it all, buddy.
That's
You're
the
gonna beat-
upset.
you-
Like
That is
you're the
true
real
dark
underdog.
horse.
You're
This
gonna-
is Scott's dark horse pick that he really wants to work
you're-
out.
Yeah,
gonna
no,
beat-
I mean,
You're gonna beat. Let's see, who are you gonna beat? You're gonna beat.
He's on the other side of the bracket from me and Jordan.
so is he playing me?
Let's look at
'Cause
the.
I'm playing Jordan.
So it must be.
Let's look at the playoffs standing. This isn't
Yeah.
updated, but this is correct. Actually,
That is correct.
We don't
Yeah, it
need to
is
move
correct.
Joe because
We don't need to
he
move
sits-
Joe. By
yeah.
record, you already got tiebreakered in.
We do
because
need
that
to
is
fix the
official.
toilet bowl. The toilet bowl's
The
all
toilet
fucked.
bowl needs to be updated.
Yeah. So,
Again,
but
tomorrow,
Steve, you'll have to do
things
that tomorrow.
Will finalize. Yeah.
But-
I can manage
Although
that.
we should talk about
But
the
yeah,
whole
you're playing Steve.
variance
He's
thing
gonna
that
beat
Danny-
Steve, and he's gonna beat Josh. Yeah, go John.
Good luck.
We we should talk though about Danny's
Yeah, we should.
like absolute run of variant of a position that should be 100% variance, but because
Yeah.
it's Micah and Miles Garrett is not.
Not.
Like
Yep.
these
Danny
two.
did this on purpose. He sent away his first round pick, and then I'm sure he kind of had a little bit of buyer's remorse last season with Micah Parsons. But
I mean, Micah Parsons is high variance. That's just generally.
I mean,
right,
he's
but-
a D lineman. That's the
right,
whole
but he
thing.
gets
Yeah.
double digit sacks every single year, which you want.
Yeah, but it's
No, that's exactly
like
right.
if you have a guy that gets 12 sacks, you're playing him.
yeah,
If he gets 12
Yeah.
sacks once, you're probably just playing him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has two of those guys, and Miles Garrett is like
Pushing the record
will
this year.
go down as like one of the greatest defensive ends of all time. one of the greatest defensive
Easy.
players to ever play.
If he-
Miles
if he
Garrett is an
even-
unquestioned first ballot Hall of Famer at this point.
Yeah, if he retires now, he is.
Yeah,
Like-
at this moment, he's an unquestioned.
like-
But he's also not likely to play himself out of the Hall at this point.
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah, no.
That can't happen.
If he leaves the Browns and rides the bench for a Super Bowl and gets a ring, he automatically enters the conversation for the best defensive player of all time. Like,
I want.
he
Yeah,
just is missing the
he's
accolades.
up there with Reggie White.
I would
Like,
He's up there with LT. He's up there with Aaron
Yep.
Donald. Like,
I would
he
not
just
complain.
needs the accolades.
I would not complain one bit if John Schneider goes out and just trades 2 firsts and like a bunch of other picks and a player for Myles Garrett. Like would
I don't
not
think
complain.
any franchise
I
would
would
be
not
mad
complain.
about that.
Would not.
I don't think any
If
fan of
anybody
any
complained
franchise
about that,
would be mad about
like
trading
the
for Myles
phrase
Garrett.
"don't know ball" is like
Again, really precious.
There's an
Yeah,
understatement.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
If you can get
Yeah.
an obvious Hall of Fame player, you go get them.
you should do it.
Go get him.
And if they immediately get hurt and they never play a meaningful down for you
Still
for their
worth it.
career, it's still the right.
It's good process.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
good
exactly.
process.
It's
It's
good
like
process.
The
And
Russell
Myles
Wilson
Garrett
trade
right now,
The Russell
if he-
Wilson trade was good process, wrong result.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. A
And
lot of that
Myles
can be
Garrett right
attributed
now,
to
if he were to get
hacking, too.
traded, could be the exact same thing as Reggie White. Reggie White, I think, was a
Yeah.
free agent, but like
Yes.
it's a guy in his 30s that you're gonna have to pay. That is an unquestioned all-time great.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. If Myles Garrett, when this next contract expires for him, he will basically be exactly Reggie White.
I will
no,
also
he
say
signed a new one this year.
No, I know. That's when this one, because he just got a 3-year extension, right?
Yeah, but that puts him well past when Reggie White
Well, Reggie
hit the
White
market.
signed with the Packers at 32, I think.
I thought it was
I
30,
think.
but whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think that we fucked up letting him sink to the 6th round in our startup. I think we were all asleep at the wheel on this one. He probably should
I
have
think
gone
we were all
lower.
asleep.
I
at
should
the
have
wheel
taken.
about,
I should have taken him over Parsons.
Yes.
Because I took Parsons in the 5th round, and I should have taken Myles Garrett there.
I took Roquan Smith over him, which was a mistake.
Mistakes were made.
I wanted Max Crosby, but I got sniped by somebody.
Hmm.
But that was the wrong call. I should have.
We all should have taken Myles
I wanted
Garrett.
Miles too, but he went to derp.
Oh well.
He is going to be a key factor because considering that he is playing for himself, but for good reason. This isn't just a player being selfish wanting to get stats. This is a player chasing history. So
Right. He wants the stat record.
this could
or the
be
sack
this
record.
could be for Danny a very special offseason or postseason for fantasy football.
How far away is he?
He needs 2.5 sacks to tie the record. And he needs 3 sacks to
Three
set a new
to
record.
break.
Yeah, he's at 20.
Okay.
He's at 20 sacks.
He's got that.
22 and a half is
the.
the NFL record.
I mean,
Okay. Man,
and that's
awesome.
a tied record, so it's
And
both
look who
TJ Watt and Michael Strahan. So he has
He's
to
playing
get.
he's
three
playing Caleb
to have
Williams.
it.
He needs-
He could do it next week.
Oh, he could do it next week.
He could do it next
the
week.
next 2 weeks, easy.
He's playing
Well, he
Good,
would.
very
I think
likely.
he'll
Aaron
do it again.
Rodgers and then Joe Burrow, man. Like this is gonna
Oh
happen.
yeah,
It's gonna happen.
happening.
It's gonna happen.
It's going to happen. He should get one against Caleb. Caleb's been a lot better about sacks this year. Like
He has, but
it's actually
Josh
very
Allen could-
important. Josh Allen takes a lot of sacks. Aaron Rodgers, he may not be sack Aaron Rodgers just because Aaron Rodgers is going to be too scared to get hit and throw it away. Like
yeah,
he might just get a bunch of QB hits.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like that mic'd up clip with Miles and Kittle.
Oh,
where he was
Kittle, yeah.
Kittle was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, hey man, are
you
you
let me
he's
get
like,
one, right?
Kittle's
Can
just
you
like,
stop
I'm,
chipping me?
yeah, I'm just glad to be playing November football, man. I'm just happy to be healthy and out here. And he's like, hey, got a question. Could you stop chipping me? He's like, nah. No. he's
Also
like,
the right answer.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Brock, see if we can get you one. He's like, thanks, fam. Like that's cool shit. Man. That's cool shit.
That's really funny.
Anyway, good luck, Danny.
Yeah, enjoy your bye.
Yep.
Let's see. He's got a bye, and then he's
same
gonna,
with you, Josh.
He's gonna play one of Joe or John, or
He will have
Or
to see
Jordan.
CMC or
Jordan.
Gibbs. That is his fate.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. But he's got some really good. Achan is right behind those guys, if not like in the mix as better than them potentially for a fantasy because he.
Oh yeah,
the Dolphins.
Achan's really good.
Just talking about like football situations.
Achan he's
just kind of in that perfect situation where they don't have an answer at wide receiver. Like, yeah, Waddle's good, but like Tyreek Hill missing from that offense is a big deal. They don't have Jonnu Smith anymore as a PPR scam like outlet for their horrible offensive line. So Achan's just the guy. And it's interestingly on this side of the bracket, the teams that are in it have players that are in identical situations where it's just they are funneled all of the touches because of talent and opportunity situations.
One thing to say about Achan is he was pulled from the game out of precautionary reasons.
Right.
I think he'll be fine.
Oh yeah, Jalen Wright is he's gonna be a smoke bomb. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Ollie Gordon. I think.
That being said, don't listen to Skot because he don't know ball.
I don't know.
Yeah, he don't know ball.
I'm
clearly
fucking dumb as fuck. So don't listen to me. But yeah.
Until Skot returns to the playoffs, I think we're gonna keep the bid up.
Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. Can we retire?
Then I'm gonna sell the farm.
Fuck you, you already sold the farm.
Yeah. I mean, you bought a farm. You bought a dying farm.
I bought the farm. I bought a farm.
Nah, dude, you sold the farm. All your picks are the farm.
No, your farm is the players.
Nah, dude, not for you.
I sold my future. There's a difference.
Okay.
I mortgaged the future. I took a mortgage on my house.
You mortgaged your future to fail.
To buy myself in freshman year in college. Okay.
You really
just scooting around playing fucking Diablo,
around.
smoking weed or whatever the fuck Scattaboo is doing right now. Going to Team
That's
Liquid.
a great description of Scattaboo.
World of Scattaboo. Yeah,
me freshman like hanging out with Tanner, just being a fucking dumbass.
Mm-hmm. Going on podcasts, playing World of Warcraft. You know.
Yep. All right.
Derping.
You would be streaming if it was.
Oh yeah, if it was 2025 and not 2010
you guys would be streaming
or whatever when that happened.
2009,
just getting absolutely fucked up, just doing stupid shit on the stream.
There would have been an absolute cloud of fucking bong around you, just like so much weed smoke, and you would be projecting RGB lights onto it in a streamer setup.
Facts. And drinking energy drinks out of a shoe like Scattaboo. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Doing shoeies.
The shoe is strength.
That's an
Can't
awesome
believe that's
thing,
still a thing.
Yeah.
It's like that seems old.
Dude,
like has no one come up with something new off that? Like that seems old.
Fans are wild. I love it. Or just like fans of like sports and
oh yeah.
Fucking crazy. All right, well I think that wraps it up.
That does us, right?
Week.
Yeah.
Yep.
We will catch you guys next week. Good luck to those of you in the playoffs and those of you that are in the toilet bowl. Try and get those comp picks. See how that goes.
Good luck.
Don't lose.
I'm sure
don't lose.
There's not going to be any confusion about it whatsoever.
You know what? Let's tomorrow just make sure that we go over everything. Or not tomorrow, next week. I mean, let's make sure we go over the whole structure on the pod.
Also,
it's really not
Skot,
that complicated.
It's not that complicated, but Skot, what you guys will fuck up is the actual in-person draft. So make sure you actually know how those features work.
No.
Beforehand.
No, I've done it.
Oh yeah, we've done that. I've tested it.
We've done it like in our own leagues, and we've also experienced it in the stupid league where
the 32
teams have had to have players assigned. It happened to me. That's how I ended up with Mitchell Evans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all we do is we press pause. We ask the player.
I misclicked, drafted the wrong guy, and then I was like, "Hey, can I not have this really garbage player that is actually like dead?"
Mm-hmm.
And you just pause the draft, and then as a commissioner, put the player.
We can
The tricky thing will be figuring out Klooch tools because I support importing draft data, so I'll have to find a way to do that manually. So, anyway, that's something future Skot will have to deal with, but. As always, defense wins championships.
It sure does.
Steve sucks. Except for Keyshawn Nixon.
Skot don't know ball.
I don't know ball.
Skot don't know ball.
Nope.
Skot don't know ball.
I don't know any ball. No ball.
That's it. That's my new sign off. Like, Fuck you all.
Actually, yeah, that's a pretty good one instead of fuck you all.
Scott don't know
I'll
how
allow
was
it.
good.
I'll allow it
Yeah.
until
Until he gets back to the playoffs.
Until you get back to the playoffs, like,
Yeah.
fuck you all is retired.
Yeah.
Nope. Fuck you, Steve.
Well, you don't know ball, so.
All right. True.
Facts.
Bye.
All right.